Estimates are that as little as 24% of Russians have bank accounts, which suggests the banking sector has huge potential for growth. The Russian economy had a good first half of the year, with strong domestic demand the main driver of growth. With me to discuss the economy and investor concerns in Russia is Artem Konstandyan of Promsvyazbank. Artem, welcome.
Thank you, Nick.
How has Russia dealt with the debt crisis in Europe?
Interesting enough, for some of Russian businesses, it came really by surprise to what extent Russia is really interconnected with the global economy. That was in 2008. Well, today it's not surprise that we're very much integrated into global economy and European in particular. We feel the waves from the crisis from Europe, but up to date, Russia weathers those waves from the European crisis, well, pretty good. And the reasons for that is low debt. The net foreign assets of Russian banks were robustly positive since 2009. The state reserves stand in excess of $500 million. That helps. Secondly is a central bank policy, which made it clear that inflation targeting is the key. This is the priority, and thus exchange rate is more flexible, making it more adjustable for the changes in the economy. Third thing is liquidity. Central bank provided a lot of liquidity, smoothing the situation that was coming from the West. And last, but definitely not least, is literally zero investment of Russian banks into the sovereign debts that are really affected by the crisis: Spain, Portugal, and the others.
What drives the Russian financial market, and how does it compare to the rest of Europe and Asia?
Russia is an emerging market, and the financial sector benefits from the fast growth and better penetration. Actually, penetration is the differentiating feature with the Western neighbors. It is significantly lower, both on the assets and liability side. When it comes to liabilities, only 12% of the income is saved by the household, giving the potential for further growth of deposits. When we're compared to Asian economies, despite the fact that Russia is often criticized by the state influence, we're still less state-influenced countries than China, for example, and I would dare to say better regulated than, for example, with India.
Tell us what services and products you offer to clients.
We're a universal bank. Our historical strength lies in corporate banking and SME banking. I would specifically mention our trade finance capabilities and factoring, where we are a perceived market leader. We share practically half of the market. For Russian SMEs, we are already a top 3 bank. In the retail banking, we are targeting mass and upper mass segments, providing them not high yield, but solid financial products, consumer lending in particular, based on the high quality of services and I would dare to say state-of-the-art benchmark online system.
You talked there about your SME and your retail capabilities. What sets you apart from your rivals?
We are a simple, successful, organic growth story, and we will grow further irrespectively if good M&A targets come up or not. Another important thing is innovation. We are not just open to innovation, we prompt it. Our innovation infrastructure includes innovation team, quite sophisticated idea management, and the implementation is supervised by the specific innovation hub. And for example, I can mention very well received co-brand with Angry Birds, or recently launched online shop for plastic cards, where customers can pick up from numerous designs or even design the card of their own.
What role do private commercial banks play when compared to public banks?
As a class of bank, private vis-a-vis state-owned, we have differentiating features and I would say advantages. Those are fast decision-making process, very important, more transparent decision-making process, and more often not better quality. We, as private banks, are needed by the state giants to become more flexible and more innovative.
Why should international investors look to invest in Russian assets? And do you see Russian companies investing in the Western market?
Of course, today's Europe gives a lot of opportunities for investment, and some of the bigger Russian companies are looking to invest into Europe, though we are targeting a different customer base, not those giants looking to invest into Europe. Our customer base is more likely to further accept investment from the West. And why to invest in Russia? It's pretty obvious. We're the largest European economy still. The population is pretty wealthy. The income per capita should reach $22,000 within a couple of years. That's clearly differentiating the wealth of the households compared with the Asian economies. Population is more educated, more knowledgeable for financial products, more willing to accept new financial products.
So what's your vision at PSB for the next 5 years?
Our policy was set several years ago. We are steadily implementing it. We are continuing development as a universal bank, keeping historic strengths in the corporate and SME banking area, and having our business model more diversified, thus more focused on retail development, which is already seen in our P&L.
Artem Konstandyan, thank you.
Thank you.